Please subscribe, I'm gonna hit 1,000 subs. The map pool is a series of maps that are played in the professional scene, and in CS there are a total of 7 maps in the map pool. Some maps have been around for longer, actually way longer than other maps, and today I would like to augment that map pool a little bit to show the best possible map pool Counter-Strike could have. Currently, the map pool consists of Mirage, Ancient, Anubis, Dust 2, Train, Nuke, and Inferno. A lot of you may or may not be happy with this map pool, and personally I think the map pool could be a lot better with the addition with a couple maps and the removal of some. I will be putting in maps in based on the consideration of their looks, layout, balancing, and fun factor. So, without further ado, let's hop into the greatest map pool ever.
Bomb has been planted.
Originally, one of my least favorite maps, Nuke has begun to grow on me in recent years. Its makeover in CS2 makes it one of the prettiest maps in CS2, especially with all the water down in the B-bomb site. In the current map pool, Nuke is the second longest staying map, being only beaten by Mirage. With maps like Dust 2, Mirage, and Inferno in the map pool, it was important that Nuke needed to be different so that the maps don't all feel the exact same, but just under different fonts. The biggest gimmick in this map is that there are actually 2 levels, and I'm sure a universal experience that has happened to everybody on this map, including professionals, is mistaking which floor the bomb is planted on as a counter-terrorist. Funny stuff out of the way though, this map, like many others, requires a deep understanding of it to play it as well. I mean, it's not a commonly played map, meaning you don't learn to play this map in your pugs too much. Overall, I would give this map a 6 out of 10 map rating. And even though it still isn't my favorite map, I believe it is one of the better ones and less overplayed.
Bomb has been planted.
Entering the map pool for the Stockholm 2021 major, Ancient was immediately loved by players because of its shocking similarity to DE Aztec, which is another community favorite. Over time though, Ancient cemented itself as one of the better maps in the game with pretty good visuals and a good layout. Unlike Dust 2 and Mirage, Ancient's color palette does not burn out your eyes by how bright the map is. The playstyle on this map actually really resembles Inferno in terms of how you take space and how it requires an insane amount of utility. And sure, every map requires a lot of utility, but if you think about Banana on Inferno, it really feels like the CTs are nuking and bombing Banana every single round. Ancient feels similar to that as well. And this isn't a bad thing, and in my opinion, it just increases the complexity of strategies on this map. This map is pretty balanced as well, now at least, making sure that no one side could dominate the half. I rate this map a 9 out of 10.
Bomb has been planted.
Okay, for the third map, we have Anubis. Anubis, excluding all the CS2 remakes, is actually the newest map to be created that is currently in the map pool. Honestly, this map has a very similar color scheme to Mirage, so I won't really be surprised if anyone calls this map a Mirage remake. Along with Ancient though, both of these maps forever hold a special place in my heart. You see, I returned to CS in 2023 from Valorant, and these 2 maps were the newest maps in the map pool. And honestly, I really loved playing these maps and learning from them. For Anubis, taking canals on T side was always exciting, and as T-sided as this map was, CT side would actually harbor some of the most intense and jaw-dropping rounds, often at the brink of overtime. My growth as a player can also really be demonstrated on this map as well. CT side used to be a hopeless half for me as this map was heavily T-sided, but as I've improved, I've learned so much more on this map, and now I can't even think of Anubis to be T-sided anymore. Heck, I mean, I've even beaten Braxton Swag Pierce on this map. Sure, the sites are awkward to hold, but at the same time, this just increases the skill ceiling by a lot. Learning to play this map along with Ancient was extremely fun, more so than other maps like Mirage or Dust 2. It just wasn't a stale map, and it was completely fresh. 9 out of 10. Very close to 10, but my win rate is not that high on that map, so moving on.
Bomb has been planted.
99.9% of the CS community 99.9% of the CS community despises Vertigo, and I'm glad to announce that I'm actually the 0.1% of the Vertigo enjoyers. If I was forced to either play Vertigo for the rest of my life or Valorant for the rest of my life, I would still choose Vertigo. Similar to Nuke, this map has 2 levels, but unlike Nuke, rotations from both bomb sites are relatively easy, with the only drawback being the entire world knowing about your whereabouts if you decide to step one single time. The concept of the map being a build site is really cool and adds a lot of immersion as a terrorist. I mean, listen dude, you're trying to blow up a building before it's even built. That's a pretty cool concept. However, since I am a student, I would like to state that I am not insinuating any malicious intent upon anything in real life, and I would never do anything that is like closely associated with like terrorism acts, okay? I'm not like that, I promise, okay? Let me just make that clear. Moving on though, one thing I would say about this map is that oftentimes mid feels irrelevant. Unlike other maps, you would only really go out to mid to lurk or do like a Hail Mary Tech 9 rush. On other maps like Mirage or Ancients where taking mid is crucial to your round success, it's pretty much the polar opposite in Vertigo. Sure, I mean it's still fairly important like every spot and every single map, but it's really not as important as other mids in the map pool. Overall, I would rate this a 7 out of 10. I mean it's not the best map, but it's still really fun to play, and I like it more than probably you, the viewer. Old, but gold. Probably simple. I've already covered this in my other train video, but I absolutely adore this iteration of train. The renewed layout and theme makes this map feel completely new. They removed all the clutter in A as well and made it so much more utility dependent, which I love. Utility number 1. The layout, ambience, and colors are also wonderful on this map. I mean, the rain is just like the cherry top, in my opinion. One thing I did not talk about in my other video though is the removal of heaven. I was weirded out as well, like the rest of you in the beginning, but I honestly forgot about it after just a little bit of time. It felt unnecessary in this iteration of the map, and I'm glad they removed it. Even though this map, at least the A bomb site, is a lot more open than Old Train, I love that they're also removing the extra angles. I mean, heaven is gone and Ivy is a little more nerfed than Old Train with being a little more claustrophobic. Spirit just played Fnatic today in the Blast Bounty, playing the first ever official train match in CS2. To be honest, the way both teams played surprised me. I mean, the T's weren't rushing out of T-Con every round like I, along with others, had predicted. If you haven't watched the game yet, I suggest that you do, and there was very good Counter-Strike played on that game. All things considered though, Train is 100% 10 out of 10. Honestly, it may be my favorite map right now.
Bomb has been planted.
Somebody once asked, hey, where'd the water on Overpass go? And I responded, probably to Train. Probably as the rain. This map is another one of my favorites, and its layout makes it feel a lot bigger than other maps, if that makes sense. I love how this map contains so many long angles, perfect for opping, yet at the same time, they have a lot of close quarters and close spaces, which is perfect for close quarter fights. It's like a perfect mix of everything, and honestly, I would love to see it in the map pool again. On top of everything, this map also fosters a rich history in the pro scene, with the most notable ones being the Olaf boost all the way back in 2014 and the Olaf defuse. I mean, I guess it's all him on this map. It is crazy to think that 2014 was 10 years ago, by the way. You're old. You have to do taxes. You have to think about retirement. Wow. Nah, I'm joking. But this map really seems to be overshadowed by a lot of maps. I mean, sure, it's not in the map pool right now, but this map was in the map pool for over 9 years in a row before it was taken out. As much as people hate this map, I'm guessing they probably do, it's undeniable that this map contributed heavily to our rich and diverse Counter-Strike history. 8 out of 10. It's a really solid map, and I would love to play it again. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, do you want cash back? Cash?
B comes in, smokes, see a double smokes in the same place there. Simple just jumping casually into the side. He's gonna fall.
As a little bit of a curveball pick, my final pick to the map pool is actually Cash. Though it's not in CS2 yet, this map in my opinion was one of the best, and it was always fresh as it wasn't overplayed like the regular myriad of maps, not like Dust 2, Mirage, Inferno, you know? I'm not gonna lie though, the green and the overgrowth on the map was it's a tad bit ugly, and I would love it if it would, like, you know, change up a little bit. And even though I've enjoyed playing this map in the past, I think a makeover is much needed, at least in CS2. Luckily, FM Pwn, the creator of Cash and some other CS maps, is already making an iteration of this map for CS2, so I'm sure that we will be getting Cash back again very shortly, probably in this coming year or next year. I'd say it's a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. I'm sure you have seen an absence of Mirage, Dust 2, and Inferno, and I assure you, I did not exclude them on accident. All these maps suffer from the very same issue, being that they're just too iconic. They're the most popular maps, and I mean, War Owl's Law of Counter-Strike even states that if a video game has a custom map, there is a Dust 2. That's just a testament to how popular these maps really are. But normal, isn't that good? They're popular maps. I mean, sure, it may be good, but as a result, these maps are heavily overplayed, to the point that they're just stale, honestly. Dust 2 feels horrible to play, Mirage is just overplayed, and Inferno, especially in CS2, The map just sucks, bro. They should not have changed it in CS2, man. I love the CSGO version so much more. Sure, maybe you like to play these maps, but as a player who seems to play these maps every other game, I am completely burnt out on all of these maps. It's a big no from me. Okay, once again, we have reached the end of the video. I mean, today it was a little longer than other videos, but hey, if you watched around here, then I am really grateful for your support, I guess. And if you could, please sub to this channel, as I am almost about to hit 1,000 subs, at least 100 off, which is pretty close. I'm 90%. So yeah, tell me what you thought of my list of maps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.